Hi there. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will be talking about Apple MacBook Air 2022. The leaks that predicted that today Apple would not only present news derived from its software were right. The Cupertino-based company has taken advantage of the WWDC 22, which means Worldwide Developers Conference 2022, to announce the arrival of the new MacBook Air equipped with the M2 processor, which has also just come out of the oven. However, this is by no means the only interesting new feature integrated into this laptop. In addition, Apple has redesigned it to make it slimmer than its predecessors. It is only 11 millimeters thick and weighs less than 1.3 kilograms, and, along the way, has brought back the MagSafe connector that some users may have missed. What we have been promised by Cupertino during the presentation of this laptop sounds good. Its 13.6-inch display has a maximum brightness delivery capacity of 500 nits and manages to reproduce, according to Apple, more than 1 billion colors. And, in addition, this revision of the MacBook Air bets on a FaceTime camera with a notch and 1080p resolution. We can be sure that this device will not leave anyone indifferent. This revision of the MacBook Air is one of the most groundbreaking in recent years, and not only because it incorporates the new M2 processor. Apple has decided to reimagine its aesthetic betting on straight lines in a more sober style. In addition, this device comes in 4 colors: silver, space gray, starlight, and midnight. We already know how the marketing managers of the brands are when it comes to naming the colors of their proposals. On the other hand, the M2 processor marks the start of the second generation of Apple's M-chip family, and, according to Apple, maintains its commitment to performance per watt to deliver high productivity and, at the same time, long battery life. The version of the M2 chip integrated into this MacBook Air incorporates 8 CPU cores with improvements that, on paper, increase the performance of both the high-efficiency and high-performance cores. The graphics logic has also been redesigned, so that the M2 processor incorporates 10 GPU cores, 2 more than those integrated into the M1 processor. In addition, the interface that allows access to the unified memory subsystem reaches a maximum transfer rate of 100 GB/s. This equipment can incorporate a maximum of 24 GB of unified memory. As far as secondary storage is concerned, the most ambitious version of this laptop will incorporate an SSD with a capacity of 2 TB. In addition, Apple has confirmed something that we could sense: its cooling system is completely passive, so it does not incorporate fans. It is clear that this feature contributes to reducing its noise emission capacity, but it will be interesting to see what temperature the M2 processor reaches under stress when we have the opportunity to analyze it. We have to confess, we didn't see this coming. Yes, this magnetic connector is coming back to the MacBook Air, something that some users will probably be grateful for and others will look askance at. In any case, here it is again. In addition, this notebook also features 2 Thunderbolt ports and a 3.5mm jack-type connector that Apple says can work side by side with high-impedance headphones. More features worth not overlooking. This MacBook Air offers us a FaceTime camera with 1080p resolution that is housed in a notch located in the center of the top margin of the screen. According to Apple, the sensor of this camera incorporates larger photodiodes than in previous revisions of this laptop, so its performance in spaces with low ambient light should be better. Finally, Apple has also given us some interesting clues about the sound promised by this laptop. Inside the chassis and in the space between the keyboard and the screen reside both the 4 speakers that this equipment incorporates and the 3 microphones that it integrates to pick up ambient sound. According to this brand, the distribution of the speakers manages to recreate a wider stereo image and reproduces voices with a high level of detail. One more note: this revision of the MacBook Air incorporates spatial audio sound technology and can process Dolby Atmos content. Apple has confirmed that the new MacBook Air with an M2 processor will arrive in stores next July at the following prices. 256GB version costs $1,199, while the 512GB version costs $1,299. Here ends our video on MacBook Air with M2 chip. We hope you find it very useful. If you have any suggestion, kindly share with us in the comments section. Also, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.